Hey everybody, it's Anthony with Press On Coffee, and I'm not quite finished with doing my inline plumbing, my cold water, hot water just yet. There's a couple fittings I need. Gotta run to the hardware store, but they're closed early because of course, virus and all that fun stuff. But so I decided I'm going to start on a little bit of my gray water plumbing, my drains and so forth, connecting to my triple sink, my hand washing sink, and then eventually from my espresso machine too. So just wanted to cover a few things. Here I have a 3/4 inch inner diameter braided hose. This is actually for potable water, a little bit bigger than your plumbing that's coming in because you want the drain a little faster. And plus it's nice to have a smaller, like 1/2 inch for your inline because that creates better pressure in your lines. I think 1/2 inch is probably what's standard in most houses too. So anyhow, yes, so again, this is 3/4 inch inner diameter, which I have 3 P-traps here. You can see 2 of them here. They have this little, I guess a little deal sticking off of them here that this slides right onto. However, it is a little bit tight. So there's a tool you can use that actually stretches this hose to get over there, but honestly, way easier. Just take a heat gun. Don't really need to heat it up that much, maybe 30 seconds is all. You'll feel it, it gets pretty soft. But you're gonna put your clamp over it, slide it over that fitting on the P-trap, get it back there nice and snug. Try to keep this as flat as possible when you cut it just to get a nice connection back there. So this will fit right over there. Tighten this down, and then I have 3 P-traps here. My water tank, my gray water where it's draining, is over here. So all this needs to slope towards the gray water tank. Okay, so here's what I got so far. Just kind of fitting it together as I go. This connects to a P-trap, this connects to a P-trap. I'm gonna add one more hose here that connects to my 3rd P-trap. So you can see I got a slight angle as it goes to the left more. One thing I wanted to mention, they make, as you can tell, it takes a little more time what I'm doing here with adding each hose onto each T here, and then putting these clamps on and so forth, heating up each one. Honestly, I've only been doing this taking me 10-15 minutes now, but they make a particular hose for this type of P-trap, these smaller ones for confined spaces, and it's this black kind of flexible plastic hose. The thing is, it's got ribs to it, like little indentions and so forth where it's flexible, you can bend it. This you can too, but and that's probably easier to hook up, honestly, because you don't have to put these T's and stuff in there. They're kind of built into it. But honestly, I don't like it because each one of those little ribs or divots could, potentially hold food or waste product once it's rinsed down your sink and keep it from getting into your gray water tank. Therefore, you might start getting some smells coming from your plumbing lines, your drain lines. So I just did not want to go that route. I know this takes a little bit longer. Might even be a little bit more expensive, but honestly, it's more durable, looks better, and it'll smell better because it won't hold all the bad smells. So, yeah. My pitcher and sink, it's a little bit smaller diameter for hose of this. So I have to have a little converter piece, but it's going to connect to this same drain line, and then I have my hand rinse sink, which will connect to it as well, which will be the further down the line, and that will all just kind of taper off down into my gray water tank. So this is where we left things off for the night. I'm still waiting on a couple pieces I ordered online to be able to finish attaching my drain lines to the water tank, the gray water tank that is. So these hoses are running from my triple sink and hand sink. As you can see, this tube's just running through the cabinet, all headed towards my gray tank here. And here I have this end that will connect to the gray water tank, and then this next piece of tube here is 17-foot long, runs all the way around to my espresso machine. So there's still a few loose ends we need to tie up, but stay tuned for our next videos. I'm Anthony with Press on Coffee, and thanks for watching.